Today it's no time for drama. Llama. Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I have a fun card to share with you today. It's quite a busy design for me, and I just got my products out and I played. This is a nice, bright, cheerful card that would make anyone's day, I think. Well, it would make mine anyway. So I'm starting by creating a background panel with my polka dot turnabout, and this is the Concord and Ninth, and I'm using my jig, and I am really liking the jig. It even has, I noticed today, it even has marks on it where the A2 card would sit on the panel if you want to center it correctly. They've put a lot of thought into the jig, and if you have any turnabout stamps, I think it's a good investment. I don't know, I like it. I have a Hero Arts set, and I've had this set for a while. It's one that I've been wanting to use. I just haven't had time to play. Oh, it's been a busy year, but it's been a fun year. It's called Llama Stamp and Cut, and it has a couple of llama images, some little add-ons like a scarf, which I decided to make a rainbow scarf, of course, because who wouldn't love a rainbow scarf wearing llama? It's up there with one of my favourite things in the world. So, but I wonder if it's knitted out of llama wool. Hopefully not alpaca. It might get upset. So I did do some really simple Copic colouring today. I added my shading with a T2 on the scarf, and for the actual llama itself, I wanted a creamy colour, but I did come in with the W's and add my shading that way. I think it was less, added less grey, and I think it worked really well. Just something a little bit different. Because this is a stamp and cut set from Hero Arts, they're really affordable. They're only sort of like a mini set. They actually come with coordinating dies, even for all the little bits. So really fun sets, because I like to die cut my images. I don't have one of those electronic die cutting machines, so this just saves me a lot of time. How cute are they? I didn't end up using those sunglasses. I did want to, but it just didn't work. It looked too busy. I have a waffle flower crafts. This is from the Rainbow. It's a stamp with coordinating dies, so it's from the die set, and I cut a border. It has like a border rim, which is perfect, and you'll see why very soon. I've heat embossed one of the sentiments from the stamp set, and I want to make it into a speech bubble. So I've got my chat bubbles from Penny Black, and I have this guide here. Because they're a solid die, this is how I make sure I line up my die cut without, you know, sort of having to die cut and then try and heat emboss and stamp on a small piece of cardstock. And then I've kind of laid everything out on my card front, and these cloud images are from the same waffle flowers set called Rainbows, and I just cut a couple of those out, and I'm adding this panel directly to my card front. And I'm just lining it up in front there to make sure that I actually add enough tape behind to inlay a couple of clouds that I've also cut from some scrap cardstock, just some orange and some blue, which I thought would go really well with, because this is kind of like a shaker card. Although it doesn't do much shaking, you'll see that in a minute, but it is a shaker card. Because this is the reason why I made this card. I have these MFT A2 rectangle shaker pouches, and I don't have their coordinating die, but I did have this waffle flower one, and I figured I must have a die in my, otherwise I was just going to cut it out of some cardstock. You don't actually, for this sort of shape, you wouldn't actually need a die. You could do it if you had a trimmer just as easily, but the die made it easier. And I'm hesitating here because I wanted to use these Trinity stamps they're vivid bright sprinkles, and I knew this wasn't going to be easy. I chased these little sprinkles around my desk for well, I sped it up. I chased them, and they're really light, so like just waving my hands around, they went everywhere. But I decided just to go with adding the pouch, because I've already added the border on the outside just using a tape runner, but to actually adhere the actual pouch down, I did use my Be Creative tape, just the really thin, the 1/8 of an inch one, and it worked well. And I can't think of a better way to do it with these sprinkles, because I didn't really want to add, normally when I do a shaker pouch, I normally add a false layer at the back with some acetate, but with this I didn't want to do that. But look at this. How cool is this? These little sprinkles actually are attracted to the plastic. I didn't have to chase them around. I could have just put that down instead of chasing around on my desk for such a long time. But anyway, you live and learn. And I think they look amazing. And because they are attracted to the plastic, they don't fall to the bottom of the pouch. And I think that has a great effect. I actually love that they don't fall. So they stay spread about within the whole pouch. And now I've got some other ideas. I want to add some glass sprinkles in with them as well and see how that looks. But look, how cool is that? I just played with this thing for ages. I did add my animals to the front of the card with some adhesive. And if you like this video, please like it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to have you come back and visit me here again soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.